You're listening to an African Elements top news story for July 12, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, is paralyzed and isolated due to overwhelming gang control. Violence has escalated sharply since October 2024, continuing through June 2025. Miroslav Gencha, Assistant Secretary General for the Americas, stated that Port-au-Prince is paralyzed by gangs and isolated due to the suspension of international flights. Gang control extends beyond territorial dominance to governance, law enforcement, and access to essential services. Gangs exploit a power vacuum through violence and intimidation, creating a political criminal crisis in Haiti. The international community recognizes the urgent need to weaken the gangs and loosen their grip on Port-au-Prince, which restricts movement and commerce. With 85% of Port-au-Prince under gang control, Denmark's delegate warned the Security Council that the fall of the capital to gangs is a possibility that cannot be dismissed. Gangs operate with near-complete impunity for violence against civilians, emboldening them to commit extortion, kidnapping, and attacks. The suspension of international flights is due to severe insecurity and gang violence destabilizing the capital. This breakdown impacts essential services and infrastructure, including the international airport. The political and criminal impasse makes it unsafe for commercial airlines to operate, leading to significant economic and humanitarian consequences. While Port-au-Prince is the crisis's epicenter, violence is spreading to rural regions where state authority is nearly absent. Recent attacks in the center and Artibonite departments have forced tens of thousands to flee. Violence is expanding as gangs exploit the lack of security presence in these areas, making communities vulnerable to attacks. The overall political and criminal impasse indicates that instability is not confined to Port-au-Prince, but is spreading to other regions. A record 1.3 million Haitians have been displaced due to gang violence, nearly 10% of the population. About a quarter of internally displaced people still live in the capital, while many are fleeing to other parts of the country. Internally displaced people, IDPs, face dire living conditions, characterized by overcrowding and a lack of essential services. Displaced individuals are living in overcrowded conditions, such as the Marie-Jeanne School in Port-au-Prince, where 7,000 people seek safety. Ongoing violence erodes safety, health, and basic human rights, particularly for women and girls, who make up a majority of the displaced. Over half, 55% of the displaced population are women and children, underscoring their vulnerability. The humanitarian crisis deepens, with severe human rights concerns and a lack of accountability for abuses. Gangs perpetrate extortion, kidnapping, and attacks against vulnerable communities, indicating prevalent human rights violations. There is near-complete impunity for violence against civilians, allowing perpetrators to act without fear of consequences. The call for empowering Haiti's judicial institutions to prosecute gang leaders suggests a lack of current prosecutions. UNICEF reported a surge in sexual violence against children linked to the breakdown of security and gang violence. Children's vulnerabilities are exacerbated by displacement and lawlessness, with extreme poverty pushing them into gangs. Up to half of all armed groups are made up of minors, a direct consequence of the political and criminal impasse. International security and political support are crucial for Haiti's progress, encompassing military assistance and diplomatic efforts. The first contingent of Kenyan police has arrived as part of an international security mission to loosen gang control. The UN Security Council is urged to support either the existing international security force or a peacekeeping mission. International actors are called upon to improve coordination between Haitian authorities and multinational forces. Strong international security support must be accompanied by peace-building measures and humanitarian action. Empowering communities, especially women and children, can help reduce violence. The Haitian government should strengthen gender-based violence units within the national police and the multinational security support mission. The transitional government, in office since April 2024, aims to hold elections but faces ongoing violence and a locked transition. The crisis is described as a political and criminal impasse, indicating significant political challenges. Copyright African Elements.